That's right, everybody. You need to get this. There is no cure. No, there's no cure. There's only self-healing. Okay, do I consider myself a healer? Yes, I do. But does a healer heal the person? No. What do healers do? I want you to sit back for a second and really think about this. Healers actually put out a frequency, or they create a frequency. They can create a frequency through supplements, which I don't carry supplements, I carry nutraceuticals, because they have higher frequencies. Healers create frequencies. Now, let's just take a look at this. Don't take this wrong, but look at the medical system. They look at stats, right? Statistics. Do they have hardly any good news for anyone? No, they don't. Because if you go by statistics, then you think that the majority rules, and the majority doesn't rule. What rules your healing? Your faith and your beliefs. That's it, your faith and your beliefs, okay? Okay, does your faith actually have healing built into it? Like, do you deserve to heal? Are you a little sinner and you don't even deserve to heal with your faith? Or does your faith believe that which you call God unconditionally loves you and that you should be able to heal? Or do you believe that you need to be punished? So if your faith has judgment in it, think about this. If your faith has judgment in it, how long are you judged for? And how long should you remain sick? And how long should you suffer? Because we know damn well that the majority of the population runs suffering beliefs. We know that the majority of the population have to suffer so much throughout the day, or they don't even consider themselves alive. Laura, yesterday we were coming through the hotel, weren't we? And I don't even know how we engaged with this couple. Yeah. And he believes he has environmental illness, okay? And he just had to move out of his house because mold in the house. And I said, but why didn't she have to move out? You just had to move out. Well, because, I'm so sick. And I said, well, no, you just tell yourself a sick story all the time. And the reality is we got sitting down with them, and please, you don't know where I am. You don't know who they are. So I'm not spilling the beans, because this is almost every couple where one person's sick because they're always telling themselves a sick story. That's right. The main thing and the main reason why people are sick is because they have sick beliefs. Healthy people have healthy beliefs, yes or no? Depressed people have depressed beliefs. And all of those are frequencies. And guess what? Every different religion and every different faith has different beliefs, yes or no? And every different belief has different frequencies to that belief. Just like me. You know what? Oh, it's like this. Don't give anybody any encouragement or courage. You know what? I don't believe in hope. Hope don't float, okay? I don't even like the word hope. Okay, I hope I get well. No, I give people the courage, and I give them the faith to believe in themselves. Because faith, real true faith with courage, is a high frequency, and that heals people. I'm dealing with a gentleman. His name is Joey, and right now he's got kidney disease. They say his kidneys are only working 5%. They wanted to do a blood transfusion. His wife was really worried, and I said, don't worry about it. We know that a lot of people with the B are giving blood, and they don't care. The whole Red Cross is a setup. I said, let him have the blood transfusion, okay? Because we can actually clean his blood up. That's right, okay? Just like when they said, oh, because the bees are dying, it's the end of the world. No, it's not, because if you watch Bee Brave show, you'd know that there's a specific type of magnet called a pure magnet that you put in a beehive, and it'll actually double the colony by the end of the season, instead of most of the colony being dead because of 5G and other frequencies. So the reality is don't ever put yourself into a statistic, because I'll be 67, but I don't act like it. I don't look like it. I don't live like it. I don't love like a 67-year-old man. Okay? The reality is that when I talk to people, I give them faith and courage about their healing, because your spirit is the biggest part of you, and the spirit is what has and holds the keys to getting well, because it's all about frequency. If you're talking to a doctor and he's going, well, somebody your age only has 3 weeks to live and that's it. You're going to tell 50 trillion cells, okay, that it's time for them to move on and pass on. So a true healer heals no one. The greatest healers, you can go back in time. They never ever said, I healed you. Okay. Healers give a frequency. And then the person who has the so-called illness now has to decide whether they want the frequency or not. You know, do you know how many people will actually go to someone or even come to me and actually want to prove that they can't be healed because they have bought into the belief system of suffering and sickness? You know, I've worked on this a long time, and that is, I don't tell myself any stories that will degrade me, bring my frequency down, make me into a victim, blame others, blame the world, blame finances, whatever the case. But you know as well as I do that 95% of the population tells these stories, and these stories cripple themselves because every story has a frequency. Every word has a frequency. It has a vibration. So when people come to us, we'll do things like use Cellsonic, CardioMedBed, the most powerful red light therapy, the most powerful PEMF, even our pool at our DOD 5-star in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo is a structured, okay, salt water, copper, ionized, silver pool, which is healing. So everything is vibration. From the words I speak, to the equipment I use, to the nutraceuticals I use, to the you got this, okay? And you know what? They say, don't give people false hope. No, don't you give them false BS, all you other practitioners, especially you medical practitioners. False hope, my butt. We were created by God Almighty, and it's about time we act like it. And no, I do not heal anyone. I've never healed anyone. But the frequencies that I can create, okay, with my own vibration, with my own courage, with the knowledge I have, with the nutraceuticals, the energy medicine, my strategies. Oh, I know that we have the best healing system in the world, but guess what? You got to want to live. What do you have to live for? I tell everyone that comes to me, I say, before I take you on as a patient, I need you to go and do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. I need you to do what's called a Braveheart Heroes contract. If you totally unconditionally loved and cared for yourself, what would that look for? What would that look like? I mean, where would you live? Who would you live with? What would your life look like? What would it feel like? What do you have to live for? What do you have to live for? Or I haven't got anything to live for. Well, then we're both screwed, because it doesn't matter how high my vibration is coming with everything I do. If you're not going to accept it, you'd be surprised how many people come to us, and they come because their family forced them to come, or they just need another confirmation on how they're unhealable. Because guess what? It could be your religion, okay? You don't allow it because guess what? You don't deserve it, okay? Because you think you're a sinner or a failure, or you need to suffer for this long. So understand, it's always been about frequency. So it's really about your faith. Do you have faith in your own healing? Do you believe that you deserve to be healed? Okay. And then guess what? You've got to find a healer, okay, that isn't going to buy into the medical system stuff or be scared by the medical system, because guess what? I was scared to even give people courage and help to build up their faith because, oh yeah, because we were just feeding on the sick that were coming. And meanwhile, the sick that come to us mainly are coming because they're leftovers from the medical system. Yes or no? Yes or no? And the medical system should only be dealing with emergencies, not chronic illness, because chronic illness will never, ever be turned around unless a person has a perfect day. And I know how to teach that, whether it's in my whole life health coach certified, or whether somebody comes for a consultation, or they go into my docofdetoxlibrary.com, or they download my pdgfree.com guide. So, you know, people can say whatever they want about this guy, but this guy gives as much free as he can. And he knows that it's all about vibration and it's all about faith. So it doesn't matter what faith you come from, but does the faith that you have faith in you and allow you to heal yourself, even if somebody brings you the highest vibrational things that could heal you? Because understand this, it really is. Frequency is the key. And then repetition of that frequency is the key. I'm going to keep telling you this over and over again. The majority does not rule. The majority will always be ruled. They'll always be fooled. They'll always be schooled. They'll always be part of the herd, and they'll always be on their way to the butcher to get radiated, cut, poisoned, burned, you name it, okay? And the reality is are we lazy or are we programmed? No, we're programmed. Listen, it may not be your fault that you are sick, ill, but guess what? It's your responsibility. So the day that you want to become your own healer, because nobody can heal you. What? Cutting the tumor out heals you? So it was lack of surgery? So radiating the tumor, you had lack of radiation? Chemo for the tumor? Drugs for the illness to suppress, hide the pain, the inflammation, stop the swelling? But that's not a healing. That's why you're always going to have to come back and deal with it. You know, this meat suit here is second to my spirit, because spirit is about frequency. And I am mainly spirit. I'm 99.9% spirit. This is only 1% of 1%, this meat suit, but I'm still going to love, honor, and respect it because this is my vehicle. So, do I heal anyone? No. Do I cure anyone? No. And once you do heal yourself with those frequencies that someone either showed you that you took, or you created the frequency for yourself, brought it up high enough to have the healing, are you going to keep it there? Well, the only way you're going to keep it there is if you honor, love, and respect yourself. Take a look at the end of the video here. It's called the Braveheart Oath. You should learn it. This oath, I perfected this oath over years. This oath is for anyone. It doesn't matter what religion, what faith, who you are, where you come from. Read this oath and then learn this oath and then repeat this oath 10 times in the morning and then 10 times at night. Get yourself a Braveheart love band and go 3, 2, 1, I got this. This is snapping you back to the present moment. The present moment is the only place you're going to heal yourself. So how long are you there for? Or do you go to a medical practitioner that just causes so much fear? False evidence appearing real, that's all it stands for. And medical practitioners are not there to heal anyone. They don't heal anyone. Do they actually show people how to heal? Well, you know, people have gone to war with their cancer and healed, but did they stay healed? No, they get cancer back usually the second time and third time. Hasta la vista, they're gone. Or you could just change your vibration, because environment is everything. They want you to go after the bad bacteria, but you know, you kill the bad bacteria with antibiotics, you're killing the good bacteria, and you're creating yeast into fungus, what then is drill bit predator and causes holes in your intestine. So you can either go to war with yourself, or you can bring your vibration up with self-love and self-care, and you can win, and you can win. And then guess what? If you put a smile on, you connect your Lionheart breath and you go 3, 2, 1, I got this, and you rewrite the story and you become the Braveheart hero. Do a Braveheart Heroes contract. If you totally loved, honored, and respected yourself, where would you live? Who would you live with? What would your life look like? All around the board. And then guess what? Go in and take a look at that Braveheart Heroes contract every morning and every night for 33 days, and you'll be closer to your authentic self. And understand something, the greatest harvest of this planetary go-around is happening right now. And the majority of the population will be harvested on a financial, emotional, and physical level. And there's nothing I can do to stop it, except keep coming on here with my little rants and raves and keep telling people about my Dr. Detox library.com, my pdgfree.com free.com guide. None of these cost you anything. You don't have to come to me for treatment, for training. You don't have to buy any of my products, but understand in my library and in the PDG guide, I will give you more information than a naturopathic doctor gets going through 4 years of school. And I can say that because it's the God's truth. Because none of these things are government regulated. And whether you want to believe it or not, right alongside of the government is another government that's parallel to that, okay? All right, which is called the Committee of 300, which most people don't even know. And they actually run the government. They run the whole world. Isn't that something? And they're mainly men, okay? The reality is this. It's always been faith and it's always been belief. And those two things, if they're high vibrational, okay, that'll create a high vibrational frequency and you won't ever have a disease. If you were to totally learn how to unconditionally love and care for yourself, you would never be in the mess of sickness because sick people have sick beliefs. Rich people have rich beliefs. It's true. Okay. Poor people have poor beliefs. Okay. Depressed people have depressed beliefs. Angry people have angry beliefs. Okay. And I'm never going to get angry. I might do it for like 15 seconds, 30 seconds, but I won't stay there long because they get you to get angry. And then guess what? When you get angry, you totally destroy yourself. And what do you think cancer is? Anger. Thank you very much. What do you think liver problems are? Anger. Thank you very much. What do you think fear is? Okay. In this type of fear. Okay. The fear of loss, kidney problems. And right now I'm dealing with a beautiful man named Joey, and he has the fear of loss. And I'm not going to tell you why, because it's personal. But the reality is guess what? Beliefs become everything because beliefs are frequencies. So what do you believe? Okay. Do you believe in you? Do you believe in the present moment? Because that's the only place you can own it. It's also the only place you can heal. This afternoon, Pat will be coming on. Pat is a UFC champion, and he's going to be hosting for the first time a show. He's going to be introducing it this afternoon at 2:00 Eastern Standard Time. And it's called Super Soil Superhumans. Okay. I'm going to be bringing people on that are super powerful, that have great things to share with you. Okay. Because guess what? We're stronger when we come together. And just so you know, everyone, I will be doing a lecture on the 23rd in Toronto. If you'd like to come, it's free. It's called A Day with the Doc from 9:30 in the morning is when people can come. It starts at 10 o'clock in the morning, and that's a Sunday. And then it goes until about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, it's a full day. And we're going to bring the thunder down. We're going to bring the thunder down for you. And we're going to show you something. We're going to show that you are the healer you've been looking for. You are the hero you've been looking for. That you can go from victim to hero. That you can go from patient to practitioner. And understand something. You were created by God, so let's act like it. I'll also be going to Australia, and I'll be doing an Australian tour. And for those of you who'd like to maybe come to Toronto for my lecture, or come to catch one of my lectures in Australia, or come and take my whole life health coach certified, or the Wolf non-surgical certified with Dr. Sage Wolf, or the pelvic course with Lorraine in Australia, please go to braveheartnation.com or bhnuniversity.com. I may not be what you want, but guess what? You are the only healer for you. And it's always been about vibration and frequency. So make sure that you pick a practitioner, okay? That's going to bring your frequency up by giving you high vibrational frequencies. Not, you've got 3 weeks to live, go get your stuff together. Or we have no cure for this. Or this is the only thing we can do is give you these drugs, radiation, chemotherapy, and surgery. Let me tell you something. They're not lying to you. They just don't have a lot of strategies because they're not allowed to talk about them. But for God's sakes, let's not empower people to heal themselves or love themselves. Just remember, together we are stronger. We are Braveheart Nation. Go to bhnapp.com and please help us. We have just created the world's most powerful health app, and we want people to go in and test drive it. And then please make comments. Tell us what you think is missing, what's broken, what doesn't work right, what you would like to see in the app. So that's bhnapp.com. And this is free. This is free to the world, okay? Because we are stronger together. God bless.